Witness how Calvin Klein CEO crowns Jungkook as the king of fashion at NYFW 2025. Introduction: New York Fashion Week. NYFW 2025 has always been a magnet for creativity, bold statements, and unforgettable moments. Yet this year, amid the dazzling lights, towering skyscrapers, and runway spectacles, one particular highlight rose above all others. Jungkook of BTS being crowned as the ultimate king of fashion by none other than Calvin Klein CEO Stefan Larsson. It was a moment that merged pop culture with haute couture, fandom with legacy, and artistry with commerce. The world witnessed an intersection where music, fashion, and global influence collided, reshaping the narrative of what it means to be a style icon in the 21st century. The proclamation wasn't merely symbolic. It represented an evolution in the fashion industry itself. From K-pop stages to Calvin Klein billboards in Times Square, Jungkook's meteoric rise has been unstoppable. But to see the CEO of one of the most iconic American fashion houses personally place him at the pinnacle of NYFW? That was history in the making. This feature will take you on a deep journey through the NYFW 2025 spectacle, Jungkook's fashion evolution, Calvin Klein's strategic genius, and the cultural waves rippling across continents. Chapter 1. The build-up to NYFW 2025. Fashion insiders had been buzzing for months before NYFW kicked off. The whispers grew louder when Calvin Klein announced an exclusive runway collaboration that would merge streetwear minimalism with high couture detailing. Speculation swirled. Would the show highlight bold new models? Would CK revive its classic denim campaigns with a modern twist? And most importantly, would Jungkook appear live on the runway, rather than in pre-recorded campaigns? The fashion world held its breath. On opening night, the air around Manhattan was electric. Fans camped outside venues, paparazzi lined the streets, and reporters scrambled for insider scoops. For Jungkook's fans, known as ARMY, this wasn't just a fashion week. It was a global cultural event. Chapter 2. The entrance that shook the room. When the moment finally came, the lights dimmed, the beats dropped, and the runway glowed in monochromatic brilliance. Out strode Jungkook, dressed in a tailored white Calvin Klein suit that struck a perfect balance between sharp elegance and youthful rebellion. The audience erupted. Phones flashed. Social media timelines froze in awe. Jungkook's walk was more than just a strut. It was a declaration. With piercing confidence, subtle smirks, and an aura that screamed global icon, he embodied the essence of Calvin Klein. Bold, effortless, and timeless. Chapter 3. The CEO's proclamation. At the finale of the show, something unprecedented happened. Calvin Klein CEO, Stefan Larsson, walked onto the stage. He didn't just thank the audience or speak about the future of the brand. Instead, he turned directly to Jungkook. With the world watching, Larsson raised his hand, gestured toward Jungkook, and proclaimed, "Tonight, the world does not just witness Calvin Klein's vision. Tonight, we recognize Jungkook as the king of fashion at New York Fashion Week 2025. The crowd gasped. Fans screamed. Cameras rolled. The title, King of Fashion, wasn't just an honorary statement. It was a declaration of Jungkook's dominance in the intersection of music and style. Chapter 4. From idol to icon. Jungkook's fashion journey. Jungkook's evolution into a global fashion figure didn't happen overnight. His journey spans years of experimentation, growth, and collaboration. Early BTS era, 2013 to 2016, known for oversized hoodies, sneakers, and boyish streetwear. His style reflected his youth and the K-pop idol image. Global breakthrough, 2017 to 2020, as BTS conquered stadiums worldwide. Jungkook leaned into edgier styles, leather jackets, all-black ensembles, and custom-tailored stage outfits. Solo influence, 2021 to 2023, Jungkook began experimenting independently, blending luxury brands with minimalist pieces. His Calvin Klein ambassador announcement in 2023 was a turning point. Crowning moment, 2025. From campaign shoots to NYFW dominance, Jungkook has transitioned from pop star to global style monarch. Chapter 5. Calvin Klein strategy. Why Jungkook? Stefan Larsson's move to crown Jungkook wasn't just fan service, it was calculated brilliance. Calvin Klein, historically synonymous with bold campaigns, needed a face who could embody its values in the digital-first, globalized era. Jungkook was perfect, global appeal. With BTS, Jungkook had already broken cultural and linguistic barriers, digital dominance. His Instagram and TikTok presence generates millions of interactions daily. Fashion credibility. Unlike many celebrity endorsements, Jungkook genuinely lives fashion. His airport outfits often go viral. Youth influence. For Gen Z and Alpha, Jungkook isn't just a singer. He's a lifestyle role model by declaring him the king of fashion. Calvin Klein essentially secured a generation's loyalty. Chapter 6. The fan explosion. The moment Stefan Larsson's words hit the microphones, ARMY exploded worldwide. Within minutes, hashtag King of Fashion Jungkook trended globally on Twitter/X. That TikTok was flooded with clips of Jungkook's runway walk. Weibo in China saw millions of shares within hours. Instagram lit up with fan edits, fashion breakdowns, and memes declaring Jungkook untouchable. Fans described the moment as historic, legendary, and a dream come true. Many compared it to Michael Jackson being crowned the king of pop, arguing Jungkook now holds the parallel in fashion. Chapter 7. Media reactions. Fashion magazines and global news outlets didn't waste a second. Headlines screamed across the globe. Vogue. Calvin Klein declares Jungkook the king of fashion at NYFW 2025. New York Times. From K-pop to couture, Jungkook redefines style influence. Business of fashion. Calvin Klein's bold move signals the future of global fashion branding. The coverage wasn't limited to entertainment media. Even business analysts praised the genius behind the partnership, citing skyrocketing stock projections for PVH Corp., Calvin Klein's parent company. Chapter 8. Cultural significance. This moment wasn't just about one man or one brand. It symbolized the globalization of fashion. For decades, fashion capitals were Eurocentric. Now, with Jungkook, a Korean artist, being crowned at NYFW, the industry officially acknowledged the power of K-pop culture and Asian influence in shaping global trends. It was a breaking of boundaries, a rewriting of fashion hierarchy, and a celebration of diversity in its purest form. Chapter 9. The aftermath. In the weeks following NYFW, Calvin Klein sales surged. Their online stores reported record-breaking numbers, particularly for items Jungkook wore on stage. Fashion bloggers dissected his look piece by piece, while fans rushed to recreate his style. Meanwhile, Jungkook remained humble. In interviews, he expressed gratitude, saying, "Fashion has always been another way for me to express myself. I never imagined being called the king of fashion. I'm honored, and I'll continue to do my best to inspire." Chapter 10. What's next for Jungkook and Calvin Klein? The future looks brighter than ever. Insiders suggest Calvin Klein may launch a Jungkook collection in late 2025, a limited line blending his personal style with CK's iconic minimalism. Rumors also point toward collaborations with other luxury houses, as Jungkook's status as a fashion monarch solidifies. Conclusion. NYFW 2025 wasn't just another fashion week. It was the night a music superstar became a global fashion sovereign. Stefan Larsson's declaration immortalized Jungkook not only as a K-pop idol, but as a cultural titan whose influence will ripple for decades. From Seoul to New York, from stages to runways, Jungkook stands today as the king of fashion, uniting worlds, breaking barriers, and proving that style knows no borders.